Hello, Want Radio listeners. This is Ethan with the first ever episode of The Last Flask. It's just a little show that I like to do where I just hang out, have fun with some friends, talk about all sorts of geek and nerdy stuff, and occasionally some wrestling whenever, something big happens. I'm joined with today the one, the only copy gamer himself, Mark. Mark, why don't you introduce yourself, buddy?
What's going on, everybody? Name's Mark. Hope we're all having a good day. Can't wait to talk about some nerdy stuff, whether it be games, comics. I don't do wrestling, so that's him. But whatever we can get into.
Oh, don't lie. You know you love Jacob Fatu.
I do. You're right about that. I do like my Jacob Fatu because I like to see that big man flip around. But I don't tune in a lot.
Did you see he lost a lot of weight, dude? Like I'm actually very happy for him. He lost that weight because he looks way better now than he used to.
Honestly, I haven't really been keeping up with him, so I'm surprised that he has. But that's good for him though, because he
Bro,
was he was getting up there a little bit.
bro, so he looks so good now. Like he's not like chiseled or anything like that, but he looks way better than he used to.
Like
So
it fits his body style basically.
yeah, it fits his body way better. I still am kind of questioning the Samoan werewolf on him, even though he is Samoan. I just don't know about the werewolf part, but I think he just looks way better now than he used to.
That's good.
But so bro, I heard you platinum. By platinum meaning getting all the trophies in the video game. For everyone who doesn't know what that means, we're PlayStation gamers, so we mainly like to play on PlayStation, even though we do dabble a little bit in Xbox. But PCs are way too expensive. But I heard you platinum Assassin's Creed Mirage, man. How was that?
Honestly, I mean, for most Assassin's Creed games, I'm used to story being a little longer. This one was short, so I was surprised at that. The story was all right. Like it wasn't, you don't really expect a lot from Assassin's Creed games, but this one was kind of. But the combat was pretty fun, and so was the stealth. I like that, and just exploring the map itself was pretty cool.
I mean, well, like I'm a bigger Assassin's Creed 3. I love Connor.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's
would
true.
would you say this game is better or worse than Assassin's Creed 3?
Oh, definitely worse. Assassin's Creed 3 is so high on the list of better Assassin's Creed games that it's hard to even compare.
Which is apparently a hot take. I didn't know people thought like people think
Really?
like Assassin's Creed 3, not the remake, of course. So they only rank like the original. It's
Right,
like
right.
6 or 7, bro. And I'm just like, what? Like I understand like people's love for Ezio, but
Yes.
I don't understand why people are like. First off, it's way better than Assassin's Creed 1. I don't ever want to hear people say, "Oh, Assassin's Creed 1's way." No, it's not. Assassin's Creed 1 is janky as hell. But
Yeah.
I think Connor should definitely be top two, top three Assassin's Creed characters. Definitely behind Ezio on character, but I personally like Connor way better.
I feel you on that. I see where you're coming from with him being up there pretty high. I still love Ezio no matter what. So it's hard for me to put him above Ezio or anything like that. Although if you want to go character for character wise, yes, Ezio's way better. But overall, I mean, it'd be hard to do because I really love Connor too. So
I mean, also on top of that, so me personally, like I grew up more with Connor because I didn't get really into Assassin's Creed. And also, if y'all hear barking in the background, that is our lovely Oscar that we have here at the house. He does not stop talking. But anyway, I grew up with Connor. I mainly played a lot of those games after Connor because I played Assassin's Creed 3, 4, then went back to like Revelation.
right.
So I mean, so it's not even the matter of just the story wise. Because I think his story's way better than I don't even remember the first dude's name at this point. That's how long it's been.
It is Altair.
Altair. You see, even the name on Altair is like it's not rememberable. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. Y'all can crucify me all y'all want, but look, Connor's better than Altair. I think that whole Assassin's Creed 1 and Altair, that's like number like 7 or 8, where they're playing Assassin's Creed 3.
I mean, to be fair with you, I only remember the name. I don't even remember much about that game because just how popular two was, how popular the rest of like Brotherhood and Revelations were, and then having three come out, and then you had that global one with Black Flag coming out where everybody loved it.
Well, yeah, and then they're remaking Black Flag. That came out in the news recently that they're supposed to be remaking it, but I know Ubisoft canceled a bunch of games recently, so I don't know how true that is, or if it was
Yeah,
happening. It's not going to be in development hell like GTA 6. I don't think that's ever coming out.
yeah. We let's be real here. They're probably gonna delay it again. If those who don't know, GTA 6 is supposed to be coming out soon, November, but some of us in agreement that it'll probably be delayed again.
I don't think it's some of us at this point. I think they even came out with something today, like one of the developers saying that it's just not ready.
I didn't even. That's crazy. I didn't even see that.
I just saw it like a few minutes before going on air, just strolling through TikTok. Now, granted, I don't know the source. TikTok is not the most reliable source, obviously.
Right.
And I don't get all my information from TikTok. I do have pretty credible leakers, pretty credible news sources. It's just, in my opinion, man, there comes a point where just in gaming and everything, at a certain point, you just gotta give it up. GTA 6, we were promised this game in what, 2024 originally, 2025?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
So at this point, I don't see it coming out. If it does come out in November, I don't think it's going to be in a playable state.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as Mind's Eye or how Cyberpunk released. I don't even think they even fixed Mind's Eye, but I don't think
No,
it's going to
Mind's Eye is
be.
still in a bad state. Cyberpunk though had a lot of love to it, especially most recently with that DLC that came out a while back. That touched up a lot of stuff. I don't know if they put out another patch since then. So I mean, as far as letting GTA 6 keep going and delay, I'd rather them do that, to be honest with you, even though it sucks for some people or just people in general, because I know people really want to play that game. But I mean, if it needs to be delayed to be polished, let it be polished.
Right, and even if it doesn't get delayed to be polished, don't really like do like I did with GTA 5. You really want people to buy it that bad now? Release the single player first, multiplayer later, whenever y'all got it fixed.
Right.
And even if y'all don't do that, you want to release the whole kid caboodle, please delay it because if this is going to make or break your company. It
Oh, for sure.
well, I can't even say make GTA 5 and 4 pretty much put that thing on the map. And people will say, "Oh, San Andreas." Look, listen, San Andreas is a good game. I love San Andreas, but you can't tell me that GTA 5 really just didn't put the chef's kiss on it. Made the whole company in GTA a bigger and better household name.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. I mean, look at how many times it's been released as far as on different consoles. Like that's their bread maker right there.
Right. And at this point, I guarantee you it's made just as much money as Batman has, just as a franchise in total, just off the shark cards.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
Just how enticing they could be for like $20, you get $1 million. How would you not
right.
want to
And I'm
do
just
that?
like, come on, man. Like, you can't tell me that that there isn't like. Now, granted, kids should not be playing the game.
Oh no,
The kids
definitely
should
not.
not be playing the game. You can't tell me that this game hasn't made more money off of kids than lollipops, man. Like it's the biggest. Well, I'm sorry, second biggest household name in gaming right now, and it has held this title, and not number one for the last 10 years.
Right,
And that's not including Madden. That's not including FIFA.
right,
Which I still think if FIFA was still around, that would still be the number one because FIFA's around the world now. Granted, I know GTA is also around the world, but it's soccer versus you run over people and you take their money.
right,
It's not going to be. It's going to be very hard to say that FIFA was not a bigger gaming franchise than GTA was. Especially since you don't buy shark cards, you buy characters, the card packs. But it's basically like what Master Duel's doing, except you can play with the cards. Like you get Messi, for example. Like you get the Messi character on your team, and you get to play with Messi.
Right. I mean, I know also people like the way the manager works too, where you can manage your own franchise and your own players and whatnot. Like you were saying, getting all the cards and all. I know people are really enjoying that, although it's getting a lot of money in A's pocket. But
Right. Not to mention, well, also another thing that's a downfall for that is EA. I do think EA is a. eh, I hate to say, I used to love EA. I used to be the biggest EA fanboy of all time. Not for the sports games, even though I love Man 11. I love that game to pieces. Top 10 games of all time, my opinion. But even at the end of the day, you can't say that EA hasn't fallen off. I mean, look what they tried to do for Battlefront 2, how they completely messed up that whole ecosystem. Now the fans brought that game back, but the game still will never receive as much numbers as it originally was supposed to get. And just
right.
everything they're doing with the Star Wars license that they have done is not good. The last thing good that they did is Battlefront 2, because is it Jedi Survivor done by Respawn?
Yes, they're done by Respawn is the name of the company for the new Jedi games that are the single player.
So even at the end of the day, they like even Disney of all people are like, yeah, we gotta take this from
Right.
because y'all are messing it up. They try to do a Battlefield version of Battlefront. My opinion, Battlefront 2 it should have been a success. It's not. And then they did the whole Battlefront collection. That was a disaster.
Yeah, I never touched those, but from what I hear from not only like you or just content creators online and whatnot, they were saying the same thing. It was just a horrible release, something that shouldn't have been touched the way it was.
Right. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know exactly what their plan is to do when it comes to Star Wars moving forward, other than having a bunch of TV shows. Which Ahsoka season 2 is supposed to be good, but even Ahsoka season 2 isn't gonna fix everything unless, my opinion, they need to put in Starkiller. Starkiller needs to come back. In my opinion, he's like the only thing that will save the series at this point.
I don't know. It'll be tough to get him back to where they left it off at when, basically saying he's not canon and whatnot, even though he is and he isn't. It's in a gray line.
Right, and even if they bring him back, are they going to get Sam Whitaker again? Are they going to, are they going to go with someone new? That's the big question of all. But listen, Mark, I got somebody in the call. He's actually
Oh yeah.
played the Battlefront remasters and remakes. I want to get his opinion on this.
All
Everyone
right,
say
testing,
hello
testing.
to Miles. Miles, say hello to the people.
What's up, people? My name's Miles. It's good to be here for the first episode of the Last Flash podcast, and I did come up with the name. I just want to get that out there. I came up with the name.
We'll talk about that in a second, because even then, I still think you should get 100% of that credit, dog.
I think I should. I think I should. I think
Uh-huh.
I kind of, I got some flair to it. You know what I'm saying?
Then the first. So okay, hold on. Let's talk about this now. Then, so everyone as a group, because not everyone's here, unfortunately tonight. Work gets in everybody's way. Work's definitely gotten in my way recently, but I'm not going to get into that. But we all got together for like an hour trying to come up with names. We came up with like 50 names, and all of them were taken.
It was honestly insane how many people had the same names we were coming up like, oh, this is a good idea. And you go look it up like, okay, we don't want to get sued.
Right,
Yeah,
like we can't do
honestly,
that.
even this name is kind of like I don't know. It feels unsafe to even use this name. I don't even want to like try and copyright or anything like that because at this point, you never know.
I don't think we're going to copyright anything, guys. Like
Um,
this isn't even like a big thing. Though I do want to say this: we do have a YouTube channel. This show will be appearing on the YouTube channel after we're off the air, within a few minutes. But even the YouTube channel, someone had the Last Flash YouTube channel, so I had to use the Last
how is
Flash
that
one.
possible?
That's crazy.
What the
How?
hell? It's been a few
How?
weeks.
I found two other YouTube channels called Last. Well, there was one called Last Flask, and the other was called The Last Flask. I'm like, oh my god.
So I gotta come up with a whole new name for the.
Oh no.
Bro.
We're moving forward with this name. No. I like this name. It's just I called it Last Flask One. Plug. But it's still I don't understand. Like if the YouTube channel, because I looked at the channels. No offense to them, if y'all listening. Hey, if y'all want to appear on the show, we'd gladly have you on the show, but we need the name. But
Hey, look, why don't we just try to like be aggressive and try and make them merge their channel with ours? Kind of just force a merger. Just
force a
strong
merger. Say yeah, man. Let's go find. Let's go talk to these people that has a 12-year-old YouTube channel that's not active. Yeah, let's go do that. Yeah, you want to have a good conversation with them? Let's go DM them on Facebook.
I mean, what was their last video essentially?
It was like I said, it was like 10, 11 years ago, I believe. The one, at least the one I looked into. I didn't look at the other one.
Well, then they shouldn't be worried about it right now.
Well, no, it's still
And
like
if they
you have
do,
to. If you want to look up this YouTube channel, which again, I will. The socials, medias, and all that will be coming up soon. It's just like I said, we've been having some issues with the name, but when the socials come up, links will be posted. But if you want to go look at it now, there is no videos up yet. You're going to wait a few minutes after the show. You want to catch a rerun of it. Like I said, it's going to be on YouTube channel. The channel's name is Last Flash 1. So that's what we're going to roll with right now. Until we can get all that,
I mean,
settled,
if
streamlined.
it gets to the point where they say something, we just tell them, look, we're the newer channel. Deal with it. You haven't done it in 10 years. It's fine.
Yeah. Get off my YouTube. Yeah, no, we're not going to be mean about it. But
No,
definitely
I know. I'm
I will
only
be
kidding.
making a DM at some point in the next week, see if I can get that ball rolling. But Miles, me and Mark were just talking because you're the only one in the group. I think. Well, you and Austin. Austin's not here tonight, by the way, folks. He will be on at some point in the future. But you and Austin played the Battlefront 1 and 2 remaster remakes.
Right.
So that was done by EA too, right?
No. Well, not really.
Like
it was done by Aspire. Sort of. It was done by Aspire Media. And
wasn't EA like the publisher of it though?
Yeah. I mean, like in a roundabout way, yes. But like,
okay,
what they did was they sold off the IP and stuff like that. Well, not really, because like EA is still in charge; they still publish it, but Aspire Media was in charge of development for it. And what they did was basically just have like a really small team work on it and use AI to upscale the graphics to it. We can cuss on here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to be sure because Battlefront Classic Collection was the biggest piece of dog shit I have ever played in my entire life when it comes to, bro, 64 gigabytes for a PS2 game.
God.
Oh, that's crazy.
Put that into perspective, bro. I think the Battlefront 2 from PS4 era was about 120 gigs at most. Right. And then they downsized on the graphics.
I have it right now. I'm looking at it. It was 124 gigs base, not including any updates.
Thank you. So this is asinine to me. It doesn't make any sense as to how they messed up so. I can't even put it into words. The controls were messed up. Your person can barely move it around. You're just flicking your aim, hoping that you hit somebody.
Oh my god!
Honestly, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Are you sure? Wait, hold on. Are we positive about that? Because we play a lot of bad games, Miles.
Miles, I don't know, man. We got some humdingers in our repertoire.
Yeah.
Look,
like, Miles, did you play Stroke the Dink Dink, bro?
All right, Ethan.
But what?
Well, it's
Come on.
it's a deer game.
Hey man, come on! I ain't with all that, bro.
No, hold on. Before anyone, hold on. It is a deer game. Well, okay. Well, it's a deer. It's an animal like a deer. It's called a dink dink. Right now, I didn't come up with that name. But what you do in the game, the whole point of the game is to reach like 10,000 like pets, right? So they called it Stroke the Dink Dink. And they have a bunch of stroking games. They have one that's called like the Scorpion. I'm actually gonna pull them up right now just so I can prove a point to make sure that I'm not crazy. Yeah, they have the Scorpion, the Antelope, the Dog, the Cat,
Okay, but I'm
the
trying to figure out
Lizard.
why they call it stroke the dink dink.
Because you're
And for
stroking
the
it like
record,
it's an animal, like like you're petting it.
I still think it's one of those games where you just shouldn't play it.
I mean, listen, look. In my defense, I wanted that plat. It took all of 2 minutes, and I needed the points for that competition. Okay, I did what I had to do to win.
Yeah, and guess what? It didn't
I know you
really work
still
out
won.
for
I know,
you.
I know, I know. But
Oh, it's still going strong.
Okay, hold on. The lore behind that is me, Mark, and Austin. We did like a competition who can earn the most platinums in a year. Mark, not having a life, won.
That's crazy. At the time, it's not my fault I got fired.
Mark at the time, won. So I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just going to be happy in your success, Mark. But it should have, just after
No,
so much time of not having a job, you would have thought, hey, I'm gonna get a job by now, and curb the competition a little bit more in me and Austin's favor, But unfortunately, your dumbass took forever to get a new job, so.
hey, it's not my
That is
fault.
true.
Nobody wanted to bite the resume. All right, I'm just glad I got what I got now to further sustain myself. But at the same time, I was also playing games that I had previously, earned more trophies for, to the point where like it was at 80% or something like that. So there were some
So was
games
I.
that
There's,
I
there
was
was only
just,
like I think like 2 or 3 games I started from scratch for that competition.
I think like one or two from. I did Alan Wake 2. Which was a great game, by the way. Y'all need to check that out when some people get a chance. It was an amazing game. But did that one from start to finish, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head right now.
Well, I mean,
Go ahead, Miles.
since we're on the topic of strokes, just to
What?
segue to something, right?
Go ahead.
How can you segue to that?
wait. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
So what we know is that the PlayStation Pro has received an update called the PSSR 2, and that's PlayStation Super Spectral Resolution, whatever you call it. I don't know where the hell you call it.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it called again? I'll look it up.
History 2.0 has been released for the PlayStation 5 Pro.
That's all it came out today?
No, that was weeks ago.
Weeks ago? Okay. Because we don't have PS5 Pros, people before. We have PS5 regulars.
You see, I had the money to get a PS5 Pro. And what I'm trying to say is that I let my two co-hosts convince me not to get one. This thing is doing the craziest shit possible. I never imagined it could do like ray tracing, 4K upscale resolution, and keep it at 60 frames per second all in one go.
It told you that in the. I remember the trailer for this. It told you that in the trailer.
It didn't do all this. I would have just bought it.
Well, I mean,
I don't remember.
And the main host is like, "Oh, this is a scam. It's a scam." Now look at it.
Hey, to be fair, don't roll me in this. I didn't tell you couldn't buy something or not buy something.
Oh, you egged it on so much. Hey,
I may have egged it on, but I was doing it just to mess with you. But if you wanted to get the
Ethan.
Listen, Miles. Listen. It was either you buy that right? Or you get stuff for your PC, bro. And at the end of the day,
That's
I
a
think you made the
lie.
right choice.
That's a lie. I already had the PC.
I
That's
mean,
a
you can have
lie.
more stuff for it, though, man. I'm telling you, I think you made the right choice,
Yeah.
not putting
No,
the
I
money in
can't buy
Sony's
anything for it.
pockets. Well, yeah, now, I mean, blame everyone else for that one. I can't really help you on that one. But before that, though, you were cookie.
See, what the main problem is that the PS5 Pro would only cost us $700 at its launch.
Only
It cost me
700.
$500.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, I love that little tidbit. Only $700. Like
Only
people have that money right now.
guys.
Like, there's a trade-in value to your PS5. You can trade in your PS5 and get money for it, right? You can send it directly to Sony and get, a decent sum of money for it. And they'll refurbish it to someone else.
$50 on the PlayStation Store credits?
Yeah, like, come on, man.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Crabs in a bucket, right? But
You see,
so
he's a Sony
crabs
stooge, bro. I knew it.
Crabs in a bucket.
He's a Sony stooge, bro. I knew it.
It would have been around $450 maybe for trading the PS5. That would have been a lot going towards the PS5 Pro. That would the PS5 Pro is looking like a value purchase right now. Like, it would almost match my PC.
Value purchase.
Yeah, it would have been a great value.
Right now, compared to, like, hold on. This is saying a value purchase at $750. It's a value purchase versus
It's only $700
back in the day. A PlayStation 3, which was the top peak of technology, was $300. My PlayStation 5 was $500 at launch, and guess what? It's doing almost everything else that PS5 Pro is doing, and it has a.
That's a lie. You're on crack. Crack. You're on crack. There's no way. There's no way you just said that. PS5 does not have anything compared to the PS5 Pro. This is revolutionary technology we're talking about here. And this dude's talking about, it's comparable. In what way? In what way? You're still choosing between resolution mode and the frame rate mode on your PS5. You don't have to pick that on your PS5 Pro. Maybe for select games, but for many of them, like Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, you don't have to choose.
First off,
you just boot it up
you named the name the Last of Us Part 2. Don't ever bring that back up on the show again.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro.
Every game at the Game Awards that came out for, and you know it. That game did not deserve everything.
It's an example. I just brought in the game isn't even that bad. You even play it. You even play it.
Like, come on, man.
Fraud. You're on crack.
Nah, bro. Nah. Here, hold on. Let me cook. Hold on. So you telling me Ghost of Tsushima is not a better game over Last of Us Part 2?
Hell no.
Give me a reasoning, please. I need to hear this.
Better writing.
Oh no.
Better characters. Arguably better gameplay.
Better gameplay.
Yeah.
Better gameplay.
Look, I love Ghost of Tsushima and all, but like going through all those different forms, it's a bit clunky. Now with Ghost of Yote, it flows way better. It's way better. But with Ghost of Tsushima, there was some clunkiness here. The animations weren't as good. The story wasn't as good.
Game than Yote. I'm saying that Ghost of Tsushima is a better game than that piece of trash garbage Last of Us Part 2.
See, that's bias. You're only mad because Joel got kept.
I'm not. No, hold on. I'm not mad. Again, I can't believe I have to keep explaining this to people. I'm not mad that Joel died. I'm mad at the way he died. First off,
coming from somebody who
trash character, nowhere near as good as Jin Sakai. The story of the game is fantastic. The gameplay of the game is phenomenal.
Trash. She was not a trash character.
Coming from somebody who played both, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ghost of Tsushima is a better game. The only thing that Last of Us Part 2 has an edge over with Ghost of Tsushima is the gameplay. That is the only thing. Maybe
that's a lie.
And maybe some of the visuals. But overall game, no. Ghost of Tsushima's story was so much better than Last of Us Part 2.
It wasn't. You're such a liar. Jin was so flat as a character. You're such a liar.
He was such a better character.
Oh my god, the way y'all get up on here and lie.
Oh my god. And especially the ending. Bro. Especially how he was talking to his uncle about honor. How can you tell me that was not a good character? Like, give me that famous line of "You have no honor, you're a slave to it."
But he was so flat and way more flat in comparison to the Ghost of Yote main character. Lord, I'm having a brain fart here.
You can't remember her name, bro. That's crazy. You want to tell me?
Okay, all right.
It's Asu.
Yes, Asu. I'm sorry, Asu. But I'm not saying that like Jin isn't iconic. I'm not saying that the game was bad, but I'm saying that his character was a bit flat in the story. The story was a bit.
You also got to remember compared to how their disciplines are as a person, as a character. Of course, he's going to seem more flat because of what he grew up as. She's going to be different because of how she grew up. Now, as the story goes on, exactly. So as the story goes on, Jin Sakai becomes a better character overall because of his character development going through with it.
No, Atsu had way better character development. She had way better character development.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. No,
you played the game.
We both played the game. I did play the game. I did. Hey, I think she had great character development.
Well, hold on,
but I don't think she had better character development than Jin Sakai.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. That I think that both of their character arcs are different enough to where it is very hard to compare both characters. Now at the same time though, I do believe Jin had way more development over time compared to the other character, but I do believe that their stories are different enough to where you can't exactly draw a direct parallel. Now, granted, I do think Ghost of Yote's gameplay is better than Ghost of Tsushima's
it's better
gameplay.
than both.
I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. But like you can't not say let's say if you put in Last of Us 2 Remastered and Ghost of Yote into the mix alongside the original two in this argument, you cannot tell me that first off, they completely ruined Ellie in Last of Us Part 2. I don't want to get any spoilers.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Hold on. Let me cook. And they also ruined the brother. You cannot tell me they did not ruin that character. You just can't. And then also on top of everything else, on top of all that, you cannot tell me that the promises made for Last of Us Part 2 does not hamper the game just now. The multiplayer being cut out completely, the aspect that was supposed to get DLC didn't happen. It's just too many empty promises holds back.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with the multiplayer portion because that should never happen. The live service push from PlayStation, we'll talk about that later, should never happen to begin with. Now, granted, a lot of that was Naughty Dog's fault anyways because they pushed for it first. It was their plan to go into a live service multiplayer game first, so that's on them. However, to say that Ellie's character was far worse than it was in Last of Us Part 1 feels disingenuous. It feels like almost an agenda at this point. It feels like I'm in a psyop, I'm in a government psyop, and you're all just trying to like brainwash me. Yeah, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like right now. You're just assaulting my mind right now, trying to tell me any type of.
Give me an example. How am I assaulting your mind on that one?
Because what Ellie went through in that game was straight up trauma. How else is she supposed to react to that?
It's not a matter of how she's supposed to react. I think the ending kind of would have done compared to how the character acts in Last of Us Part 2. You can't.
Let me ask you something. If you were in Ellie's shoes and you had watched Abby murder Joel, would you not tear and rip through every single person that is close or related to Abby in any way, shape, or form?
You mean after she whoops my ass and then I start a family and the family tells me that if I go back after her again that I would lose the family forever? No, I would not go back after her after that.
Square, bro. You're square. There's no way you would let that go. She had PTSD, bro. She couldn't sleep. She couldn't eat. She couldn't get right until she actually confronted Abby in the way that she's supposed to. Now, granted, I don't think that she should let Abby go at the end. I feel like if Ellie was to, sit with that choice of going after Abby, she should have followed through and took her out. But
she didn't want to recreate the cycle of vengeance because of what was his name? The boy that followed her.
Lev. It was Lev.
Lev, yes. She didn't want to create the cycle of vengeance and him come after her, and it just becomes this, endless cycle of going after who and whatnot.
Oh, there's an easy
That's
answer.
the whole reason.
Kill Lev.
Well, yeah, but that's not how Ellie is.
Right.
Ellie wasn't
and
trying.
So she has a character moment. Like it's also if you can also argue that even if she had the right character moment, she would have never even went into the whole my uncle's here to tell. Well, not really her uncle, but you know what I mean. Came over here, said, "Oh, I hate you if you don't come over here to come kill her or whatever else," because she wouldn't have cared. She has the family she always wanted. She has the love of her life, a kid, everything else.
Now, I do understand that Tommy's, switch up was a bit jarring.
No, that was crazy.
But he did get shot in the face. Like, let's be serious.
Right, I mean, the brain damage there. I mean, I get it. There was apparently if you look at some of the voter profiles, why he was so angry because there was brain damage from getting shot in the head.
And then not only that, Ellie's the one that hyped Tommy up to even go after her in the first place. He would have never went after her had Ellie not gassed him up and been like, "Look, we gotta go after her. We have to do it. I'm going regardless."
Also,
That's
I just want to state this since starting the show. I have been playing Master Duel, and I've won all 5 games I've been in so far. I am on a freaking roll.
I will say this.
Of course, I'm up against. Oh my god, I just spoke way too soon.
You have an addiction to that game.
I am, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh, man. What do you want me to do?
Right. I mean, I will say though, when it comes all these games are great in their own way, but you have to realize the way that Last of Us Part 2 was released and all the hype behind it, and just the way it was presented was not all that great. I mean, my biggest things I still hate about what happened, and this is if people haven't played a game, spoiler, oh well.
Well, spoiler warning. Spoiler.
Yeah,
warning.
I know. I mean, we already pretty much said a bunch of stuff, but
true. But still, though, that's in the most of the shit's in the trailer anyway. But still, spoiler warning.
When they are in the theater and Abby is attacking them in the theater, and you have Ellie and oh my god, blanking on the Asian dude's name, Jesse. When you have Ellie and Jesse coming running in, and he gets shot in the cheek, and it goes out the other side, and he's dead immediately.
Right.
But you have Tommy who gets point blank. Now there are cases of people being shot in the head and surviving, but it has to hit the head. It has to be curved a certain way. It has to basically miss the interior of the skull and go out a certain way. He was shot point blank in the head. He should have been dead. I mean, you see him later. His eye is messed up.
Yeah.
Like that. I've always had that big gripe with it, and it's just
about crazy things all the time. And
I know. Trust me, I get it. That's why I'm not
it's also a post-apocalyptic, zombies and everything. That should have been a fatal shot.
Yeah.
And not only that, I feel like Ellie losing Tommy too would have been kind of a little bit too much for the story.
I think it would have been perfect. Honestly,
constantly go after him though. That's 2 father figures gone.
Right. Honestly, that would have been a bit too much.
No, I feel like that would have been perfect. Because then, at that point, she wouldn't be so, back and forth about, oh, do I kill Abby? Do I not kill Abby? Do I see this through? Do not see this through? Do I stay with my family? Do I not? If she would have offed Tommy at that point, I feel like it would have been a better moment in my opinion. For me personally, I would have loved to just seen her just go hell bent on a rampage, even worse than she was when you first start.
Well, I disagree with that because she already kind of assumed that Tommy was dead once he got shot, and they were still in the theater. And Ellie had to beg Abby for mercy to not kill Dina. So by that point, she was kind of done with the situation already after Abby let them go. So I feel like if Tommy had died, I feel like yeah, but I feel like if Tommy had died, in the theater, there wouldn't have been a second chase. Ellie would have never went after Abby again.
Exactly, and that should have been the end of the game. And in my opinion,
that would have been way more unsatisfying.
Ellie gets her happy ending still.
happy ending. How? I mean, it wouldn't have been satisfying for the player. You still have to satisfy the player.
Right, but
Yeah.
it's about. I'm talking about the
And
story,
Ellie
though,
still wouldn't have
bro.
been satisfied either because she still had PTSD after all that happened.
Right, but
She
she
still
has the
couldn't sleep at
family. She
night.
has the farm.
Yeah, but still couldn't sleep at night. She still had night terrors. She couldn't. Was barely eating.
And then at least
Like
in the last was part 3. She's showing that's how you do it.
like she still wouldn't have gotten her happy ending at the end. It would have just been an unsatisfying ending, and we've all would have complained even harder than we are right now.
Not to me personally, bro. Like I'm a big story fan, right? I feel like that would have been a perfect conclusion. You know, she got her butt whooped, and it could have led into Last of Us Part 3. You know, you could fly, make it another 10 years later. You know, where she like come up with a reason where like Abby goes off the deep end and she has to go after Abby or something. Because in my opinion, there's no way. And if she gets her butt whooped the first time, there's no way like immediately 2-3 months later she's gonna immediately be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill her now. I'm gonna abandon my family. I don't think Ellie would be that type of person, especially since that Ellie just lost Joel. She has the kid. She has the girlfriend, or I don't know if they're married at that point. And then the girl tells her, if you do this, you lose everything. And guess what? She lost everything. So, in my opinion, that's not a satisfying ending because she chose revenge over that, and that's not a good storybook ending. We're not.
Well,
I get it. It's a zombie apocalypse game and everything, and you can call it zombies or clickers, whatever you want to call it. I know not every story is supposed to have a happy ending, but in Ellie's case, it should have, especially after she thought she lost Tommy, she lost Joel, she's lost a girl from Last of Us One Left Behind, she lost Tess, she lost the Fireflies. She's lost everything. I don't think she would immediately make the choice. Oh, let me sacrifice the last two things to go chase after revenge. I don't think that's her whole. That's like her gimmick. I
I
don't think
mean,
that's what she
she's
would
been
do.
through a lot, but honestly, I don't think we're going to agree on this. But I want to segue into another topic
Go,
because
go
you
ahead. Go
just
ahead.
made me think about something.
Just admit that
Uh,
right.
because like the the topic of, and while we're still on the topic of murderous intent, right?
Okay.
I think we should hire bodyguards for Tatsuki Fujimoto because what
You
because
might
the
want to.
ending of Chainsaw Man
Miles, you
has
want to explain
definitely
yourself first, dog. First off, hold on, before we say anything, no one here is threatening them, but there's a lot of threats
No,
online.
we're just joking. He doesn't mean it, right,
No,
Miles?
he no he
listen.
no he's
I'm
not.
happy with the
Miles
ending.
isn't going to do anything. It's about what's being said online right now, which is absolutely insane.
I'm happy with how things have went. I'm happy with the ending. However, I think that this is all a ruse. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm sorry. I think
Oh, wait,
that
say
this is
yeah.
all.
Spoiler warning. This is major
Yeah,
spoiler territory. This is the ending to Chainsaw Man
part two.
Part
Indian
Two.
Chainsaw Man part two. I think that this is a fake out from Tatsuki Fujimoto, and that by April 1st, on April Fool's Day, everybody online is gonna look stupid because from what we saw right before Denji went into the dream sequence, right? He he was about to get sucker punched by the dream demon or by the dream devil, excuse me. And right before he got sucker punched, flashed into a dream sequence. Just him and Pochita in the field. And then all the rest of the sequence of events happened to where Chainsaw Man ended. I feel like what's gonna happen is Tatsuki Fujimoto is gonna release another chapter on April Fool's Day, be like April Fools, and just continue the story on from there.
And what if
Everyone's
they
gonna
don't?
go acting like they didn't have complete brain damage for the past 2 weeks.
Uh,
Over and in.
but still, like you have to take it at face value, though. Like, what if they don't? What if it's not a fake out? What if this is the true end to Chainsaw Man?
I mean, I'll be satisfied. I feel like it makes sense from a narrative standpoint. And now I feel it's a bit rushed, like way too rushed. However, when it comes to like Denji as a character, I feel like he's actually addicted to being Chainsaw Man, and he really needs, he really needs help. Dude needs help because he's about to end the world for some pussy, bro, over some pussy.
Like, even so, though, man, you can't say that like he's not big. I don't think it's because of that reason. I think it's truly because he's lonely. I think it's truly
Well,
because he's
yeah,
lonely.
yeah, but this
You
is
can
the
say
same
it's
Denji
over. It's
that's about to
over a
have sex with the
girl. You can
STD
say
devil, bro.
that it's for it's for I can't pronounce the chainsaw devil's name.
Cheetah.
Pochita,
Buchita. How you pronounce it again?
Pochita.
Pochita.
We sound like absolute frauds right now. I just
Well,
want you
no,
to,
it's not even. Y'all,
we can't even
everyone
pronounce
knows
their
I've never
names.
been able to pronounce anything in my life to save it. But it's like, even at the end of the day, you can't tell me the end because, I think okay. First, I'm gonna be straight up in front with y'all. I've never liked Chainsaw Man. There's just a personal thing. I feel like it's constantly obsessed upon itself. I feel like that it's not the story's not up to snuff. I feel like a lot of it's like it repeats a lot of stuff. But even at the end of the day, you like what's the best way I can describe it? You can't end the story of Chainsaw Man with "Oh, it was all a dream" because this
That's not
ruins.
what it was.
Well, even if that's not that Denji character story would have I think should have ended with, "Oh, he ended back alone," or he's the chainsaw devil god or whatever. That's just not where I felt the story was ending up.
Okay, so here's my problem, right? Like, it clicks because Denji's not going to change his mind. He's not going to get himself right. And Pochita is basically saying that, listen, the only way that I can give you a happy ending, pause. The only way I can give you a happy ending is by taking myself out of the equation. It's like let's say you have a drug addict, right? And he keeps
Okay.
abusing the drug. Okay, wait, wait. I feel like
Yeah,
listen,
it's a different analogy. Let's make a gaming addict or something. I don't know. Yo,
let's
guys,
say
drugs. Don't do it.
let's say you have a drug addict, right?
Okay. I'm with
He
you.
keeps doing these drugs. He keeps doing these drugs, and he wants to
Oh,
have
that's what the
Which isn't
he wants to
Chainsaw
have
Man,
a
by the way.
good life outside of doing these drugs, right? But you can't have both. You can't have like a stable life, happy family, and keep abusing drugs to this level, to the point where you're destroying yourself and everyone around you.
Okay.
Imagine the drugs that you're doing basically take themselves out of the equation. Oh yeah, you've been abusing us too much. You've been using us too much. It's time for me to head out. Peace out. Like, you don't actually quit cocaine. Cocaine quits you.
That's
Is
that's
that the story that
crazy.
cocaine does?
That's basically what it is. Like, it just quit you. So now you get a fresh start at life because, you know, you've been given a second chance and you get to have your happy ending like you're supposed to have.
Uh-huh.
That's basically the ending. That's how,
Well, I mean,
that's how I interpret it.
I'm hoping, to be honest with you, that Chainsaw Man does have the April Fool's Day thing because this feels more rushed than the ending to JJK.
I mean, I don't know.
No, this does because it's just like, oh yeah, he eats himself. Oh, he's all a dream. Your friends are all alive. There's a girl that actually wants to talk to you.
I can agree. I can agree to a certain point with a rush, with it being a bit too rushed because it feels like it came out of nowhere. But at the end of the day, I really don't believe that this is the end of the story. Like, I really do think it's going to continue. If not on April Fool's Day, very soon, because it just makes more sense for it to continue. Not only that, the Dream Devil did sucker punch him, like, and then he went into a dream.
Right. Well, I mean, do you think that it would more likely be that there's going to be a Chainsaw Man Shippuden type situation?
Uh, no, I don't think that's what it's going to be. I think it's just going to immediately continue. Like he's just going to snap out of the dream sequence and.
God damn, this dude just whooped my ass.
I think he's going to immediately snap out of the dream sequence and just like the story continue from there. And whatever happens, happens. The world's probably going to end at the rate it's going because Denji, he's just not learning his lesson. He really isn't.
Well, it's not even that though. They're also talking about there being that this is like a prequel to another manga that was made, I believe, by the same man. What was it called? Fire Punch.
Fire Punch.
Yeah. So I mean,
It's possible. We're not exactly sure yet. Some people are speculating that, but you never know. It could be true. It could not be true. Who knows? It's Tatsuki Fujimoto. I have no idea what this dude is doing. This dude is crazy.
well,
But
even so though, like I still believe that like truly and honestly, like if this is the ending of Chainsaw Man, I was right, and the manga, and I'm not saying the animation's trash, but the manga in of itself is not good, and I feel like that it's overhyped. I feel like it's Demon Slayer. The only reason why Demon Slayer is so good is because the animation and Rengoku, but even like the story is overhyped. Sorry.
well, it's okay to be wrong sometimes, Ethan.
Yeah, that's how you're wrong about the last part two.
It's okay to be wrong sometimes.
Yeah, so you're wrong about the last part two.
No, no. Granted, part two isn't the best. I don't think it's amazing, but to say that all of Chainsaw Man is, trash, no,
Dude literally
absolutely,
got a throw
I'm
up
not gonna like
kiss,
this.
and everyone thought that was good. Everyone thought that was like the perfect thing to happen to Denji. I feel like that's awful. you know,
I mean,
you know what? Just for that, Miles, just for that, I want you to do something for me. I want you to get threw up on, and you tell me how good that is. You know, would you also be as pissed off as Denji was about that? Because I sure would be.
I
he
mean,
wasn't even
yeah,
pissed
you
off.
take a throw up in
He
the
was just
mouth,
like, all right.
but it's like, like, bro, I feel like if that's what you're basing it off of for you not liking the actual series, like
No,
you
it's
liking the
not just
series,
that,
it's
but
just
stuff like that.
yeah, it's a little gross. It's out there, but it was still funny.
I
Oh
don't
my
know, dog.
goodness, this guy's a square. Come
It's not
on,
even about
bro.
being a square,
That's
dog.
what makes you stop.
Like,
Like,
cause like I've
you know
played
what?
like Mortal
I
Kombat.
know it is. You just saw a pretty girl and you got disillusioned because you saw her throw up in
Disillusioned?
another guy's mouth. Huh?
Is you said disillusioned?
Yeah. You got disillusioned with the story because you saw Hibeno throw up in Denji's mouth and
No.
just it threw away all of your isekai brain rot like fan fiction in your head about what the
Isekai
story's gonna be.
brain rot fan fiction.
Sky face.
Absolutely, dog.
That's a powerful sentence right
I
there.
only
Yeah.
like two isekai anyway, and one of them only like season one.
I'm sorry, aren't you a high school DxD fan?
Miles, aren't you the same guy that was talking about what's that game that he played? The only game he's ever platinum in his
Oh
life?
my no, I got two platinums now. I got two platinums.
What
Yes,
was
I
the
only have
second
two
platinum? Wait,
platinums.
hold on. When did you get the second platinum? What was this?
Fireman too. Remember
When
that?
did you get through? Oh wait, I forgot to convince you to play
Yeah,
that.
you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I was there. You're right. I was
Yeah, I
there. I was
completely
there,
forgot.
brother.
Now, granted, listen, the story is amazing. Aside from part two, I don't think part two is amazing. But if this is really it, I'm happy with where it ended. I understand where it ended. It's not perfect. I would rather something else. But this is where it ends. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I ain't hating.
Again, I still think there could be something else that like helps out the story, man. That's just my opinion. I think it's missing a core or something.
Now, since we're on the top of hate though, right?
Okay, okay.
Let's talk
This is a
about these
really weird
Crimson Desert.
transition. I like it, but okay, go ahead.
Let's talk about these Crimson Desert numbers.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's talk about these Crimson Desert numbers, bro.
All right. So hold on. So I have stated in the past before, ladies and gentlemen, that I was not going to get the game. But I have seen some stuff on the game to where now I want the game, and I think I'll get it at some point.
I mean, the only thing I have to say about the game, from what I've seen from everybody else saying and just videos on it, the only thing that I've seen that people hate is the story. And to be honest with you, that type of game, I could care less about the story. I see somebody do RKOs. I see somebody do a hammer toss, some all kinds of crap. I'm like, no, what? I'm just here for the gameplay. I don't care.
I mean,
I'm just here for the gameplay and throw people around.
City.
Yes, exactly.
I feel like people are too quick to hate on a game just because it doesn't have perfect scores. Yeah, a 78 out of 100 for your Metacritic score isn't great, and that caused like a 30% drop in its share prices, like initially. But recently, it just rebounded 27% back. So
yeah, because people are giving it a chance, like they should.
Right. Not only that, it sold 3 million copies. So
yeah, it's doing good. It's doing fine.
It's still a blockbuster hit. But
I will have to say this: like people who are like, if people are looking for a new game and they don't understand if it's going to be good, and you don't trust critics or not, I'm going to plug a really good YouTube channel that people should check. It's called Gameranx, GAMERANX. They do before you buy type of reviews where they play like a little bit of the game and tell you how it is. They are very unbiased. They are pretty good at what they do. And a lot of times, some of the games I've thought about getting, and I watch one of the videos, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do this. I'll either do it on a sale or I won't buy it at all. So people should do that instead of just like what you're saying, looking at scores, looking at like reviews and whatnot of like, I don't know what, like top rated things like IGN or Kotaku or some shit like that, where it's, they're already going to have a biased opinion as it is. Just go, do your own research, find out what you can. There's no reason for you to just judge it based solely upon some numbers,
Listen. I think the whole AI art debacle is, a whole separate controversy.
Yeah, that's a whole topic on itself.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. I don't think anybody should be using AI in their video games right now, especially how it's destabilizing the market.
Yes.
But I can't hate on the game. It doesn't seem bad to me. It
doesn't seem bad to me either.
With the controls, I think that the controls seem a bit clunky, but aside from that, like, doesn't seem bad. It seems reasonable.
I mean, it's still new. They could polish it sooner with the controls, but I mean, the way I look at AI, if you're going to use AI, use it as a support tool, not a replace tool. That's what you should use it for.
However, I still feel like even using it as a support tool, right, it still brings some controversy because...
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because AI is just like, it's causing so many problems across so many different segments, like energy prices increasing because of AI usage in AI data centers. You have people losing their jobs. That's a whole nother issue. And then it's just so much. There's so much like crazy stuff surrounding AI right now.
Yeah, because they want to use it to replace everybody. That's why they're trying to replace everything, all types of jobs, replace people's jobs, replace people's art. I heard
about this today with AI though. Sora is shutting their doors.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank God.
AI business.
Those are the ones that make those. Those funny videos on TikTok. Dang it!
Yeah,
I always love the one.
To a lady's house and like spraying them down with water.
Oh no! I always love the one where the Rock is in a bee costume floating up to people's doors.
There was one with John Cena at the McDonald's thing. He's like, "You know who I am? I'm John Cena. Fix your ice cream and
Yeah, I remember that one.
But
I always love the one where it's like the old lady just opened the door, like, "Oh, look, you little fella," and the dog just explodes.
Oh my god! I know they have the one with like the dog is like water, like it's like a water hose, and like sprays the house away.
But speaking of job losses, let's talk about these Epic Games layoffs.
Oh my god!
Oh, I mean, there's layoffs across the board. Hell, EA just laid off a bunch of people right now, even though Battlefield 6 was doing well with numbers wise. Especially they sold 490. They sold I think 490 was it million,
Yeah,
and they laid off people.
PlayStation just shut down another studio, Dark Outlaw Games.
What games
Oh
did they
God.
make though? I don't remember Dark Outlaw games. What games did
They
they make?
didn't release anything. Like that's the thing. It was like the studio's being led by Jason Blundell. He was a former Call of Duty lead from way back then, and he was in charge of Deviation Games, who were sort of having a partnership with PlayStation Studios. They shut down before he went to Dark Outlaw Games, which was then owned by PlayStation, and now PlayStation just shut their studio down. Like around 50 people got laid off.
What were they? What are they responsible for?
Nothing. They're brand new.
Well, yeah, they didn't really have a game yet, and they were still in like early production phases of making it.
What's the name of the studio again?
Dark Outlaw Games. Yeah, it was.
I'm assuming they were going to make some kind of Call of Duty competitor.
Yeah, that's basically what they were going to do. But even I don't know what it was going to be, to be honest with you, because I don't remember there being any leaks about it. He was a Call of Duty Zombies director, so maybe it might have been something in that sort of framework. But honestly,
yeah, they were focused on creating a new hell of a game in the early stages, likely a zombie type title.
But if we're going to talk about laying people off and cutting out the fat, right? Why is Herman Holst still at PlayStation Studios? How can he still be a part of PlayStation Studios, knowing the damage that he's done across the entire Sony platform, bro?
The same way that the head of Epic is still there, gets to make 1,000 layoffs, closing out 3 big things in Fortnite just because last year they put way too much money into their crossover events. Because again, also I just want to say this: I love The Rock. Don't think he's the best actor. But I think he's funny. I think The Rock's semi cool. But at the end of the day, though, you can't hire the guy who is the most expensive actor in Hollywood 3 different times for your video game who only has one cutscene and expect to make money.
Yeah. Honestly, it feels like everyone's just wasting money. Then you have people like Herman Holst trying to constantly push for live service games that nobody wants. And yes, Jim Ryan is a part of that conversation. He needs to go.
You need to skedaddle.
Yeah, he had to go. And for those who don't know who Herman Holst is, he made the Horizon series. He made the Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, games. He was in charge of those. He should have just stuck to that, because there's no way in the world that we should have had 12 live service games in development for PlayStation Studios. That should have never happened.
Especially after they just epically failed Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Like I don't understand why people still think live service games are gonna like no one wants a live service only video game anymore. Like Fortnite was a success because you had 1,000 kids playing it. Destiny 1 you can technically call pure live service. It doesn't work anymore. You need to have something to back up the live service aspect of it, and you can't just be like, oh, let's add The Rock, let's add Kill Bill, let's add Marty McFly. Like I get it. Hollywood seems to be out of ideas, so is the video game industry at this point, I guess. But you
Damn,
can't.
I'm so sick of seeing The Rock thrown into everything, bro. He's everywhere. You can't escape him.
But
In your
Miles, it's
movies,
about drive. It's about power.
in your games, in your dreams. You can't. You can't get away from
your
it.
dreams.
I'm so sick of seeing his face, bro. Retired.
To be fair,
just retired.
Hold on.
To be fair, his new movie, The Fighting Machine, was actually pretty good. I haven't seen it yet, but it had a lot of good stuff on it.
But Mark, what about his new live action Moana? Have you seen? Have you seen the
I don't even
costume?
want. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't even want to talk about
I
that.
think watching that trailer made me want to file a class action lawsuit against Disney for emotional damages.
Apparently it's scaring kids the way he looks. From what I've seen on the internet, like someone's like said that their little kid is afraid of The Rock as Maui.
I can understand it. He scared me. I'm a grown adult.
He
I'm a grown
scared
ass
me.
man. He scared me. I was like, what the hell is that? That's The Rock? Are you serious?
Have you seen what The Rock looks like now? He's off. He's like Rock. Look, buddy. Like I said, I love you, but we all know you're on the roids. Have you seen him off the roids? How he looks?
No.
You need to look
No.
up a picture right now. Go to Google, look up a picture of The Rock, how he looks now. He looks like he's like I don't know if he's still as tall as he used to be, but he looks like he shrank. He he lost 100% of that muscle, 100% of it. Like there's nothing left. He looks like an old man now. Which, granted, that's what he is. But
Yeah, he is an old man.
he looks like a old man now.
Oh man, look,
See, you want to see
I'm just
scary?
tired.
Look at that.
I'm just kind of over The Rock. Like, yeah, he's had his time. He was. I loved The Rock growing up, but at some point, we just kind of gotta move on, man.
I mean, Miles, like I said, man, it's about drive, it's about power.
This man almost took over DC Studios, playing as
That was
what's
hilarious.
a B
Black
level
Adam.
villain, I know.
yeah, as a B-level
Black
villain.
Adam is not a B-level villain.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute.
Come on, man. Black Adam is not that. Come on,
Black Adam at
he's
this
not that
point
guy
is more popular than Shazam, though.
because of The Rock.
Well, no, even before that, like they were doing stuff with Black Adam before that. Like you see Black Adam more than you see Shazam nowadays. The only time you see Shazam is like whenever Superman's like, "Hey, Billy, I need to borrow your superpowers, not you."
I would rather watch a whole cornucopia of Jimmy Olsen comics than watch one Black Adam comic.
Hold on. Some of those comics actually be good though.
Right. Granted, Jimmy Olsen is, a good character. But Black Adam just isn't interesting. He's just not.
It depends on the Black Adam you're looking at, man. Like you gotta like the comic book Black Adam is way more interesting than movie Black Adam. And it's just because of the stuff
Yeah.
that you can do with them.
Nah, man. Nah. There's not one time where I'm looking at DC Studios and I think of Black Adam.
Well,
Like
yeah, now, yeah,
half the time,
no.
No, I mean he's not that like popular per se as like, oh, you look at DC Studios and like one of the first villains you think of is Black Adam, obviously.
No, you think
What I'm
because he has
trying to
no
get at
motion.
is
He has no motion. He's motionless.
again, you're looking at a very like tinted rose lens over here, my guy. It's different in the comics and some other media too. Like there was that animated movie with it was him and Superman and Shazam just first getting his powers.
Oh, that movie's amazing.
Like,
I know the movie's short and everything. It's only like an hour, not even an hour long, but I love that movie just because it shows off like it shows like what's supposed to look like when they fight.
yes. Now he had some emotion in that. You look at like Injustice 2, he had some emotion in that. And Injustice 1, he had emotion in that. He looked like he has emotion and all. You're just looking at it from the Rock standpoint, which
No, I'm not
Rock
saying emotion. I'm saying he has no motion.
No
He has
motion.
no swag,
motion.
no sauce.
Oh, I thought you
Hold
said
on, wait a minute.
emotion.
Did you
Oh, I was about
not
to say.
see the Black Adam with the cape and the gold boots at the end of that movie? I don't know about
Trash.
that, dog, man.
Trash.
Boy, I want to wear that. If I was as muscular as The
Oh,
Rock, I
this
want to wear
dude,
that.
bro. Yeah, this is the same guy that loves Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Come on,
Oh
dog.
my god,
Come on.
dude, you're the only
Come
person
on,
who
bro.
doesn't like Power
Come on,
Rangers,
dog.
dog.
Let's calm it down here.
Man, listen, don't make me go get my eye on you, bro. Don't make me go get her,
Man.
bro. She
Oh,
will
I
argue
don't give a
you down to
I don't give a damn.
the earth.
I don't give a damn.
Listen, that's you know what? Oh, no, she's getting her hair done right now. You're lucky, Miles. You're lucky.
Yeah. Call your girlfriend and help you.
It's not about helping me. It's about saving you.
Saving me from what? Down Thunder is trash. The game was trash. The show was trash. The theme song was trash. Everything about that is trash. That
First off,
IP is
the
garbage.
suits are hard. You cannot tell me.
No, they aren't.
Dude, what? I have to keep remembering that
Turbo
he's a
Rangers.
Zeo fan.
Turbo Rangers mods. They mogged to hell and back.
Bro, they're mogging everybody else, bro.
You got me using black pill language on the radio.
Man.
They are Turbo Rangers. Absolutely murders the Dino Thunder Ranger.
In a fight,
it's not a good thing. I don't know what's going on. Hell yeah.
In every way, shape, or form. Turbo, peak. Absolute peak. Dino Thunder is D tier, if not F tier.
Is not, dude.
Just based off the game alone.
F tier, Miles. No, let me put this in perspective for you. F tier is like Peppa the Pig. The video game is like F tier. You can't compare that. Like you gotta, like Dino Thunder has its problems. Don't get me wrong, it does have its problems. But like suits, spectacular.
Let's not be facetious here.
You can't even tell me that Tommy is the best Power Ranger of all time. As everybody on the planet says this, but you are in the wrong on this.
Let's not be facetious here. Peppa the Pig is far better than Dino Thunder will ever be. Let's not even start. Garbage. Dino Thunder is garbage.
Bro, I don't know who
Pig is better.
I don't know who hurt you as a kid, Miles.
Terrible.
Dude, what did Dino Thunder do to you, Miles? Jesus Christ.
Everything.
At this point, I feel like you're just saying this shit just to fuck Ethan.
I hate that series.
Man.
Words cannot you cannot describe how much I dislike Dino Thunder.
Why you hate Dino Thunder so much? What is the reason?
If you played the game, you will understand the trauma. The absolute trauma it brought you.
The game!
My mama brought me that, son. She brought me that.
The trauma.
Yeah, I played it.
Oh my god. That game is better than 50% of the games that come out nowadays.
Lies!
Okay, fine then. Miles, go play Stroke the Ding Ding.
Hey, to be fair, Miles.
Whoa, you want to fuck your what?
The Ding Ding. We talked about this earlier. The deer game.
Bro.
To be fair, Miles, you haven't faced trauma until you fight Ethan in a fighting game, so I think you're fine.
Yeah, Miles.
Only people that like Power Rangers Dino Thunder would like playing games saying stroke something.
Man, again, for a trophy.
For a trophy? You can play Dino Thunder?
No, Dino Thunder doesn't have any modern game. I wish they would. Okay, so this might be a little bit of a segue here, but they had a canceled Power Rangers MMO where you could make and play as your own Power Ranger, but they canceled it because they didn't think that it was going to have enough backing. And this is like when Power Rangers like Disney era Power Rangers, a little bit after Disney era Power Rangers, I believe. I only found out about this like a couple months ago, and it looked fantastic. I don't know why they canceled it. Like it was gonna be like a way better DC Universe Online. Which I do want to say.
We don't talk.
Speaking of dead games,
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
This is a kind of a different topic here about this. Some of Power Rangers are dead video games, but what the hell is up with them coming out with a bunch of bad games and they're canceling the good ones?
It's because they're trying to. It's like what. Let's take the recent game that just shut down. For everybody who doesn't know, the game that got released was High Guard. It got released with a big, it had a big reveal trailer during one of the biggest things in gaming awards. It was at the end, so it was supposed to have a lot of hype. The game developers after that were radio silent. You didn't hear anything about it. And then when it got released, it was just another boring, generic hero shooter with a little bit of spice to it. And it's, these people keep making these games thinking they're going to be the ones with the lightning in the bottle of previous games. It's not the case. And plus, with everything having so many hero shooters and type of games like High Guard was, why would you make one? I mean, yeah, granted, I give them they made it for free, so at least nobody wasted their money. But that game was only out for 45 days, and it had a peak count of players of I think 1,000 or something like that.
Let me see. it wouldn't have been as bad if Jeff Keighley didn't save it as the highlight game for the Game Award. They
that
saved
and
it
also
as the
developers being
last game to show off.
That and the developers being so silent as they were. Like they gave us barely anything much of it.
Honestly, I felt like that was a good strategy because it got people talking about the game. It kept in the news cycle because people were wondering, man, where's Highguard? What are they doing?
I mean, yeah, true, but it's like you got no like gameplay reveal. You had like one gameplay trailer. That's it. You didn't have any other ones.
Also, I would like to keep people in mind too. This is the same game that literally it's made by the same people that made Titanfall.
Which that was a great game. I still love it. I still love the memes of people saying we lost Titanfall 3 to this.
Listen, the Titanfall subreddit that night was the most unhinged thing I've ever seen, aside from the Half-Life 3 Reddit, of course. But the Titanfall subreddit, they were like doing satanic rituals in the subreddit. You saw just horrifying graphic images in the entire like community. Like people were concerned because they had just lost their minds because there was no way that they released this garbage to the public.
It was like, okay, so if you look at the game, right? They had some tight the shooting part of it tight, like super
good, very good.
It looked like Titanfall, right? Like I was impressed with the shooting. You can say what you want about the horseback ride. It looked like that like that one level for Black Ops 2 where you're on the horse with the AK-47, right? So like obviously that was gonna be janky at the start, but it came out 1 to 2 modes, 3v3 during the.
Didn't have a scoreboard, by the way.
Yeah, that too. And then like most of the game is you mining. You have to go mine for crystals and stuff to go get credits, to go get stuff to upgrade your stuff. And on top of that, it's a hero shooter. And it's not even a true hero shooter. It's more like a thing they did in Black Ops 3 where they had the operators. So you could after you level up so much, you get to use the gravity spikes or something. It's like.
And here's what the crazy part is. I'm open minded. I was willing to try it, and I looked into it some more. And when I realized that it was 3v3, I was like, what the hell? How do you expect us to play on this gigantic map with 3 versus 3? You have to mine for resources. You have to build up your base. You have to, getting killed is very punishing, by the way. Why would you make the game 3v3? What would that do? Like, there's just a bunch of empty space, like dead air. There's not as much action going on because nobody's shooting at each other because they're busy mining for resources and building up their base. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And Jeff Keighley was saying, "Oh, I'm in my bag. Y'all gonna be apologizing to me once y'all play this game." Let me say,
I 100% he was paid by them. I 100% believe he was paid by them. There's no way. How much hype he had for that game, it was insane.
I really think that he actually did believe in this game. I don't think they paid him off at all. Because from what I heard, Jeff Keighley saved it as a highlight game with they didn't pay him any money at all. It was all free. He just really liked the game. But that's what I'm not understanding. What could you have liked about this game? You don't even get to do anything.
Right, you're playing Minecraft most of the time without the building, and the only building you can do is like you put up a wall that automatically builds. You can put up turrets, and like you can put up an energy thing where like you can regain, or the enemies walk into it, they lose the energy.
And from what I remember, it had fast time to kill. So once you saw somebody, you basically it's either you laser beam them or you get laser beamed.
Right, it was Titanfall.
Right. So where's the fun part at, Jeff? He better not pop out until Summer Games Fest. That's all I'm saying. Don't even pop out. Don't say nothing.
Well, it's not even that. It's like at the end of its life cycle, they tried to put in the 5v5. They made a TDM, and then they put in a smaller map. The smaller map was just a cut out of the bigger map.
They also put in a pretty good skill tree.
I feel like 5v5 still wasn't enough. Like they should just increase the player count, dramatically. Make it
It should have
like
been like a plan side type game.
no, that's a bit too much.
Well,
That's
no,
a
I'm
bit too
talking
much.
like the size, because like if you look at the size of the map, it's not big enough for a battlefield type game. But if you look at, but like you can cut it out and have like the first like level to a planet side game.
I would say at max 18 versus 18. Keep it at that.
Yeah, 18
After
versus
that, let's
18
stop it.
though.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
But it's chaotic. It's fun. People are rushing each other. People are shooting each other. It's way more fun that way. You're gonna get way more action.
But still though, like you can't just say 18 because like you have to give more action in 18 versus 18 game. But I don't like even like if you look at a game like Marvel Rivals, the only 18v18 mode is on a stupidly small map, and every 20 seconds it lags because all the
But
heroes are using all their abilities at once. I
but
don't
it gets
think.
played a lot,
Wait, what's up?
and but it's a very highly favored mode, is it not? I still play
I'm
it.
not saying that it's not a highly favored mode. I'm saying that if you want to have a whole game centered around that, it can't be it would have to be an operator shooter, not a hero shooter, where you
No,
have 4 to 5 abilities and an ultimate that'll go off every 20 seconds, because that'll just completely frag the server. Because it's like saying, and the reason why I'm saying frag is because it's like a frag grenade explodes, just completely just wipes the server. You can't just continuously do that, especially if you have an ultimate that goes off. It would just completely crash the game.
actually, I'm glad you brought up Rivals because I actually did want to speak on it just for a little bit.
But the 18v18, how they're
No, it had
continuously
nothing
not
to do.
updating it, even though it's the second favorite mode in the whole thing. Because I would like to talk about that and the fact that Marvel Rivals, you're completely screwing me over on my characters. Why are you adding White Fox to the game and making her OP as hell and not nerfing Iron Fist?
First of all, White Fox isn't that strong. I mean, she might be that
As a
strong now
Moon
with the
Knight
new
main,
balance
I'm
update.
soloing games with White Fox.
No,
I am.
no.
I've done it today.
I mean, yeah, you can be aggressive with her, but you can't be balls to the walls with White Fox. You can't go crazy.
Man, I just did that today, bro. I got 2 MVPs back to back as White Fox.
Yeah,
Nah,
White Fox. I did like a little bit. Like I didn't play a game with her, but I did like a little bit of practice with AI and all that. She basically plays like a better version of Dagger and a better version of Invisible Woman. Like if you took those two characters and put them together, that's basically what she is.
Right, because she
like
can actually
She does play
teleport. She
pretty well.
has an anti-dive feature. Granted, it's not the best, but it's something.
It's
here's
more
what.
meant to get. It's just more meant to get people quickly off of you. It's not meant to kill people.
Here's
Unless it's
why
a
I think.
Venom.
I think she's gonna be slightly overtuned after this mid-season adjustment. Just got put through. But that's not the point I'm trying to get to. What I wanted to speak on was the fact that we have a situation where we're having strategists, 6 strategist characters getting banned. We're having 6 healers getting banned per game. Well, in some games, at least.
Well,
Like,
you have to. It's like, well, no, you don't have to, but there is some strategies that have to be banned. Like, no offense, but
but
Gambit.
all 6 of your bans just.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not all 6, but like Gambit definitely won. I think even though I loved playing, I want to say I still love playing Gambit. He's one. White Fox, she's one. She's a problem. White Fox is definitely a problem. I don't
Jeff
see
is a
why you
problem.
have to keep banning Cloak and Dagger though. I don't see why she needs to be banned.
I can see
She's
how
always
she's
been.
a little overtuned with the double mirrors, but my problem is that like when you're banning all main healers and you're in silver, how do you think that your backline is supposed to play Adam Warlock or Mantis and get consistent healing for you? You're gonna be complaining all game because you're not getting healed. Of course, your silver rank support players aren't gonna get consistent headshots on these really hard to play characters. You're in silver.
Right, and I see the issue of all 6 ban slots being used for for healers, but even my ban philosophy is this: the first ban slot needs to go to whoever is your team wants to ban. Like, so let's say if like Spider-Man's an issue with your team, ban Spider-Man first. The opposite team will clearly ban whatever is the most meta thing. The next thing you ban is a support ban of whatever support that you think you should be banned, and the next ban after that should be the meta ban. That's how I think it should be operated, and that's how I think it should work. But at the end of the day, people want to ban all 6 supports, so that, and then, like, I don't know what you want me to tell you when the support strike is going on, because nobody wants to play Adam Warlock and Mantis every game. Especially me. Like, when I play support, like, I can sometimes play Adam, but he's not fun to play.
No, because he's a true support character. He's not a healer.
Right, and then, like, he can put out damage if he hits you. But like, even then, like I don't want to play Mantis every game. I don't want to play Adam Warlock every game, and I really sure don't want to play Loki every game because Loki's a very complicated character, and sometimes I just want to play Cloak and Dagger and get auto hits. Versus Loki, I have to manage 3 clones, invisibility. I have no crits.
Listen, what I think we have here is a case of main character syndrome.
Excuse me.
You have DPS players thinking that they're the main character of everything, that they're the center of the universe, because they get some kills, they get some elims. Oh yeah, I'm on top of the world. Look at me, I'm getting final hits. Or you have support players thinking that they're on top because they got these big numbers. Maybe they're getting more final hits than the DPS. And then you got tank players just sitting in the back, praying for a buff to their characters. We just barely got Hulk. Just barely got some Hulk buffs. What, right. A clap? An extra clap? What's that gonna do?
I still think to this day they need to make that clap a lot better and give him a ground pound. That's what he needs.
And speaking of clapping and ground pounding, I want to speak on something more serious.
Where you going here, Chief?
Yeah, so where you going with that, dog?
This, sort of bleeds into the whole main character syndrome.
Well, let me add something to your point before you go on it. When people play these games, especially people who play DPS mostly, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the people that we join up with on random, which we call randoms. The randoms that we join up with, a lot of times they're just really just kill hungry. So they rather just get all these kills and all these clips and seem like the best and the biggest and the baddest. When in reality, you're playing a not only a team-based game, but you're playing an objective game based game as well. So you getting all these kills and whatnot, it's not going to help you move that point. It will a little bit because you'll get people off. But at the end of the day, you still need to support your team and get them up moving. And on top of that, if you got a point you got to hold, you can't just sit here and just go off and kill everybody while also giving the other team what we like to call ult charges. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous to a high degree. It makes no sense.
I'm so glad you talked about the ult charges because what I'm about to talk about relates to it so much.
All right.
So I'm sure everyone has seen on TikTok what happened in Houston during spring break.
Uh-huh.
The Chiefs was out. That's all I'm saying, right? It was madness.
Have to do with anything? Are you going to talk about the skins?
No, I'm not talking about the skin. What I'm saying is that.
Choose your words carefully now, Miles.
Choose your words very carefully.
I'm not going to say anything crazy.
Uh-huh.
I heard that there's going to be a new dress code implemented at these fairs. Yeah, there's going to be dress code implemented at these fairs and carnivals because, the women were dressing a little provocatively, right?
Right, but at the same time though, like if you go to a Comic Con, see, I know what you're talking about too. You're talking about like cosplayers and stuff. Like it's like granted
No, I wasn't
they're
on.
in the Houston thing, right? I think that it's not cool to do that, especially since it's a family event, right? So let's say rodeos have a dress code. Okay,
Right.
cool. You go to a Comic Con, throw that dress code out the window. So at the end of the day, I don't know exactly what does people expect, especially during spring break. I I knew something crazy was going to happen whenever I heard because even because I work at an airport, people talk about, oh yeah, we're going to spring break in Houston and all this extra stuff. It's you can't keep going off crazy, but at the same time though, like you go to a Comic Con, everyone's dressed like that. So I don't know, and those are also technically considered family events. So I don't know what exactly the dress code is going to do. But if you do a dress code for that, I would say upper minimum for Comic Con. I'm gonna say it.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Right, I feel
Or at least
like
make a specific Comic Con for that.
Yeah, like a cosplay competition where you can dress up as anybody.
well, here's where I was gonna bleed into it. Right, the these events they're meant for friendly fun. After a certain time, a lot of these events, they keep children out, which they should. I think around 7 o'clock or so.
Right, but then they list the
How
rodeo though.
like staying on topic with gaming and stuff like that. RDC has their own venue, their own little thing going called called what's it called? It's called
DreamCon?
Yeah, DreamCon. That's right.
Oh, they did that? Oh, cool. I
Oh
didn't
no,
know
no,
they
No,
did that.
they've been hosting it. DreamCon was a thing before they started hosting it though.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought. Okay. I thought that was like their own thing. Okay, cool.
The things that I hear about DreamCon are absolutely insane. The cosplayers are going crazy. Uh, but they're making it sound like everyone's just walking around with nothing on.
Well, at Comic Cons, yeah, it is. A lot of times it
I
is
mean,
that.
yeah, it gets pretty bad at Comic Cons, especially if it's anime characters involved. Because I mean,
But
you can do the more provocative ones that are pretty bad.
here's what I'm trying to say is that I have yet to see anyone wear anything out of pocket, uh, dress overly provocative at DreamCon. And what I'm thinking is that are we too prudish now?
Well, no,
Can we not?
I think the issue is that a lot of people want because like I said, like involving Houston, involving Comic Con, who the comic books, were originally meant for children 16 and under, right? So you can't just say, hey, let's everyone dress up like their favorite comic book character, right? Which
Right.
I've always thought this was an issue because it's like, okay, cool, I want to dress as Superman, I want to dress as Batman, and then you have the people like, I want to dress as Power Girl, I want to dress as Starfire,
But that's what I
who
feel like. I
are
feel like
granted
I want
again,
to dress as Witchblade.
I feel
right.
like our comic book artists and writers and authors are just kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, right? Because when they do cover these characters up and give them completely different outfits that are much more conservative than their first outfits or any prior outfit, people that are older and like to see those provocative outfits, spurring outrage.
Right, but that's their own fault. From that's again, they should have never been allowed to get to that point, right? And I blame, to be honest with you, '90s comics, where like everybody had to show up in a two piece. I purely blame '90s comics for that. Like Spawn, Angela. Yeah, I purely blame them for that. And I to this day, you can say whatever about me all you want, but to this day, I still think that no matter what, some of these characters need to be covered up. Like Angela, she's a armored angel, right? Why
Right.
is she wearing a bathing suit? You know,
That-
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Starfire,
you
she's an
also.
alien princess. Why is she walking into the room with nothing on? Right? Like it's that kind of craziness that I think we should be getting more away from, especially if it's not practical. Like if I'm in a fight with somebody, I'm wearing head to toe armor. I'm not showing up wearing, you know, a bathing
I
suit,
mean,
with
let's be
fucking
let's be real,
high
Heath.
heel
Are you
boots.
gonna be able to? Are you gonna be able to tank what they can tank even with that armor,
Well,
even
no,
without
no,
all
I'm
that
saying like
stuff
if I
on?
was like a superhero, right? Like
Yeah.
no
you know
matter
what?
what, like I'm showing up with extra protection on because it's like I don't know if this dude knows how hard I can take, or this dude has my weakness. I'm showing up with extra stuff.
You know what? I disagree.
Go
I
ahead.
disagree. I feel like these female comic book characters should be able to wear wherever they want to wear.
I'm not saying they
In
shouldn't be
fact,
allowed to wear what they want to wear, but I'm saying for like the sake of like the average reader, I'm not letting my characters like oh they're going into a war zone with a like I said a bikini on. Like that's crazy. Like why on earth? Like that? Like why on earth is that a thing?
but don't you think that's kind of swag though? Like,
Not really. Like I would much rather show
because
up in
think about
badass
it. Think
uniform.
think about it, right? Madara walks into the Force Great Shinobi War with a speedo on. He
No,
murks everybody.
no,
No
no.
armor, no nothing. Just murks everybody in a speedo.
No,
Is that not
modern
swag?
half of modern is cool. Is the armor and then the robe he wears.
Nah, nah. Because when Madara had all of his armor taken away after he got revived, he had nothing but pants and shoes. That's all he had.
Right,
He was
but like
breakdancing.
right, and then like right afterward he gets the tin tails. So I mean, also they had to show off a way so that he's revived, other than just his face. They were showing off. Okay, he has Hashirama Cell. There was actually story reasons behind that. Also, the armor he was wearing wasn't real. It was all part of the reanimation.
Nah, man, nah. Here's my issue, right?
Good.
Even in battle scenarios, it really doesn't matter what these characters wear, unless their armor is like completely overpowered to the point where they can just block anything. It doesn't matter what you wear. In fact, wearing armor is probably going to weigh you down and get you killed.
Right, but don't wear
Because
like the head. Like it's not like every person in the universe is showing up in a Gundam. It's like no, but like wear basic. Like oh, let me make sure they don't hit me as hard as they can hit me today.
imagine that you have a female comic book villain, right? She's
Okay,
fighting Superman.
this
What
happens all the
armor can she
time, but
wear to take
okay.
Superman's punches?
There's plenty of armor that can take Superman's punches. Lex Luthor makes some for like pennies on the dollar.
Aside from kryptonite, like just standard armor that doesn't have any properties of kryptonite to it.
You have to make like a magic armor in a way,
Well, not, yeah, you
or
can make
something
magic
that's.
armor, or there's other alien armors he can't punch through. Like look at the Superman Unchained. Like he can't just punch through that.
But not everyone has access to that. That's what I'm saying. So,
Right, but
like,
if
let's say
you
you
if
don't
you're
have
a
access to it.
it doesn't matter if you're a female villain or not. Like, Lex Luthor isn't taking a punch from Superman. But if he doesn't know who Superman is, you just bring armor. Like you're not bringing knights on. Like you're not going in as a For Honor character. You're up against like an alien that can destroy planets. So you're going to
Right.
go
So it
find
doesn't matter
Superman
what I wear.
saving
I
the
can just
armor.
wear anything.
It doesn't even have to be armor. It could just be like the Green Lantern ring. That's not armor. That's light.
No, getting the Green Lantern ring is very difficult.
Well, I'm not
That's not
saying that, but I'm saying it's like if you had access to one, I'd rather have that to go up against Superman than just these hands. Right? It's something. It's not guaranteed to help you win. It's not guaranteed it will block more than 2 punches. But guess what? You take that one punch, you got time to move out of the way the second punch. You can think of a counterattack, or hey, he can at least break through this. Let me run away like the Pink Panther in those animations,
Jesus.
and come back with something stronger. There's different things you can do that can more or less realistically help you out than just let me show up today in a shirt and shorts and then throw these hands. Like for example, Sun Jin Woo, right? He doesn't look like he's wearing armor, but he's wearing armor, right? Because you look at his
right.
screen, he's put his armor on. And guess what? He wouldn't be able to do half the stuff he's doing without that armor. And guess what? He doesn't know that armor's going to last against everybody, and it doesn't most of the time. But guess what? It buys him time.
But that armor is enchanted with magic. Not everyone has access to these things.
You're
Like
right,
if I'm
but like Miles, bro, if you yourself right now get transported to the DC universe and you're up against Superman, you have messed up in some kind of way to where I can't help you. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know
you're
what
screwed,
you want
buddy.
me to do.
Unless you know how to use the power of the order, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Right. Unless you're Batman and have prep time, I don't know what your plan is here. Like, I don't know why you're there.
Or the best you could do is talk to him. That's the best you could do,
Right, and hope
and
he
just
doesn't flick you. Like,
or hope he's just in a good mood in general.
right, because if you're up against, like, Ultraman, like, there's no amount of armor on the planet is saving you.
Oh, there's not even any amount of talking that can save you either. If he
Naruto
thinks
talking
you did
himself out
something
of it.
wrong, if he thinks you did something wrong, or he's just mad at you, you can't do anything. You're just dead.
listen, I think that these characters should be able to wear wherever they want to wear because at the end of the day, you're fighting superpowered individuals. And if you don't have magical armor or something that completely counters the person that you're about to fight, you might as well just wear wherever you want. But I still think wherever they're wearing, wherever these skimpy outfits they're wearing, are 1,000 times better than wherever the hell Dino Thunder's Power Rangers were wearing.
Oh my
That
God,
stuff
here
is
we go
Dino
garbage.
again.
Thunder's
Yeah, I'm bringing it up again. I
Bro,
hate them.
dude, those suits actually
Jeez.
protect them. Those suits actually
Man, ain't
protect
nobody
them,
trying to hear
dog.
that,
Like, I don't
man.
know what
That
you want me
stuff
to do.
garbage. I'd punt that
I mean,
helmet so far away.
I mean, to be fair, Miles, not every female character is like Wonder Woman, where her armor is where she actually has armor and specifically been blessed by the Greek gods to protect her. Even though I hate that character, but it's not like that.
Wonder Woman's a good written character.
And that's
No.
cool. But how does that help these Down Rangers over here, bro?
Look, I don't care about what you talk about the Power Rangers
Them
now.
don't-
I'm not a Power
Yeah,
Ranger
I'm
fan,
bringing
so
it back
I
up
don't care
again.
what you
I'm
talk.
bringing it back up again because that is
You can bring it up again. I'm just letting you know.
worst
I don't
series in the
care.
franchise, bro. Worst series in the
That's cool.
franchise.
Oh my god, it's not, dude. Hold on. There's way worse series in the franchise. Did you not see not Once a Ranger? What was that called? Dino Charge. Did you not see that?
Anything that starts with Dino, I'm not even looking at it.
Oh, what about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? They were all dinosaurs.
I'm not looking at them either. I'm over them.
All right, guys, that's all we had time for the show.
Oh yeah. Now
I
you're
say
right.
no. Like legitimately, that is all the time we have left. Because there is a show coming on shortly on after this. I appreciate everyone staying around to listen. We'll be on again next week, Thursday, between 6 to 8 o'clock. And we hope to see y'all again there. The show will be posted to YouTube shortly after we go off the air. So, once again, thank y'all for listening. Talk to y'all later.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Appreciate it.